If you're wondering why this looks exactly like the last video you just watched of me about talking about books on my channel, it's because I literally just recorded that and now I'm recording this. And no, I can't be bothered to change my setup or anything. This is just what we're doing because I have time right now. So, okay, today I want to do a little TBR for you of what I'm going to be reading. I don't like to put a month on it because we all have busy lives. We all have things going on. Like, what if I can't read all these this month? This is just what I'm going to be reading next. I just dropped them all. I'm sorry. I'd like to grab them in order. I kind of have a reading order in my mind. Since I don't have a lot of book videos on here, I guess I should talk about what kind of reader I am. I'm a mood reader, so this could change very well. I'm such a mood reader that I was in the middle of the, what is it? Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy by Laini Taylor, and not even in the middle. I read the whole thing, and I had 40 pages left of the last book, and I still do, because I refused to keep reading it, because I wasn't in the mood anymore. Like, I'm not even kidding, hold on. 40 pages left of, and I read the whole series. This is the last book. It's like 600 pages. And I can't be bothered to read it, because I'm just not in the mood. So, I probably posted this video first, but the first thing I read after that was Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood, which I rated 5 stars. I have a whole video on that. It's hopefully up before this video is even up. That Love on the Brain, Ali Hazelwood, loved it. That was like the first thing that I wanted to read. I don't want to say month. In this section of my life. That was my first thing I wanted to read. Next thing is, I actually started this book before I started that series by Laini Taylor, but I had to stop so that I could read that with my sister. So I'm already into this, actually, and it's what I'm currently reading, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, obviously. Why do I want to read this? Do I need to even say anything? And yes, I'm going to watch the movie after, and I can't wait. It's all I can think about. I love this book. There are a lot of times where I'm reading it and I feel stupid, and I have to really sit there and be like, what is she saying? But I love it, and I love that it's from this time, like, it was written in the time period that it is about, like, Regency, written by a woman in Regency, if that makes sense. I can't wait. I love it so far. How is there so much tension between her and Darcy when they have not even really done anything yet? I'm on page, let's see. Hold on. 100. That was a lot of suspense for no reason. I'm on page 100. I can't wait to keep reading it. I really like it. So far, not really anything has happened between them, but I'm still feeling the tension. Like, I'm just like, when are they gonna get together? But I love it. Also, there's a podcast that, let me look up what it's called. Okay, the podcast Hot and Bothered is doing a live from Pemberley. You can't really see this because my screen's too bright. Waiting for these planes to fly over. I just love living next to the base. It's amazing. I get it, but, like, why so many times? Okay, I think they're done. The podcast Hot and Bothered is doing a live from Pemberley season, I guess, where they're talking about why Pride and Prejudice is such an amazing novel and why it's had such an impact on people. And they're going through, like, chapters and talking about everything. So I'm super interested in that, and I want to listen to it. So I'm trying to read Pride and Prejudice so that I can listen to it. They're currently doing it. But if you've already read it and you want to go look at it, go look at their podcast. Okay, next book. I picked this up a while ago, but I don't know if this is the order I'm going to read these in. I probably will pick this up after Pride and Prejudice because I think it'll be a easier read, but this is a book that everybody has read. Everyone in the romance fucking genre. Like, if you read romance, you've read this already. Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. So, this is my hot take on Christina Lauren, and I'm really sorry, and if you don't agree. I hated The Unhoneymooners. I hated it. I know. I'm the devil. But I hated it. I thought it was stupid. It didn't do it for me. Some of Christina Lauren's works have done it for me. I really loved, I think it's Roomies. I can't remember which one, but the one about the guy from Ireland. Someone in the comments tell me if that's Roomies. I loved that book. It's like one of my favorite romance novels. I read Honey Don't List. Honey Just Don't Read It List. More like. And I think I can't remember what else I've read, but I've heard that this is like their best book, and it's the fact that they love books and they love to read, and I know there's going to be a lot of really good quotes in here, so that makes me excited. And this is like the OG going back to a lake house every summer book, or at least that's what I've been told, so I'm excited. It's literally about hero and heroine grew up going to this, I think it's a lake house together, in a house outside San Francisco, devouring books, sharing favorite words, and talking through their growing pains and triumphs. They grew up doing stuff together, and then they get in a huge fight, don't talk anymore. Now we're in the future, 10 years in the future, I think, or something like that. And they're like meeting again, and we're like getting both POVs of them when they're younger and now, and what happened that like split them up, I guess. But I'm super interested in reading this. Wanted to read it for a long time. The new covers are so good for these. Like the original cover is just, it has nothing on this. This is super cute. Freaking love it. So, Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. I also really want to read Something Wilder by them. I heard that it was really good. And from the reviews I've heard, it sounds like some of their older works, which I think their older works are better. By the way, I'm saying there because Christina Lauren is a author duo. So, pretty cool. Next thing. How I haven't read this yet, the world may never know, but you're going to be like, yeah, basic bitch. Okay. Daisy Jones and the Six. I don't know how I've never read it. It's got this freaking Target sticker on it still. I bought this at Target because this is a $17 book at Barnes & Noble, and at Target it was $13. So I was like, you bet your ass I'm fucking buying that. So yeah, Daisy Jones and the Six. The thing that I'm most excited about, I mean, I watched Destiny Sidwell a lot on YouTube, and this is one of her 5-star reads, and so many people love this book. Like, literally so many. And you're probably going to like want to roast me on the spit when I say this, like my reasoning for reading this, but I heard someone say that Taylor Swift really loves Taylor Jenkins Reid, and that her new album Midnights that's coming out soon, it's very much 60s 70s inspired, might be inspired by Daisy Jones and the Six, because she likes Taylor Jenkins Reid, and her whole vibe that she's been putting out so far looks very similar. And so I'm like, as a person who recently fell down the Taylor Swift rabbit hole and is obsessed, I'm like, I need to know everything. Deliver it to me. So this is, I'm sure you know, if you're watching this, you know what Daisy Jones and the Six is about, but it's basically about a girl who's part of a band. She falls in love with one of her bandmates, and this is their story told through interviews. The whole thing is interviews. I've been told it kind of is like reading a script. If you look like, I don't know, you can see like a name and then exactly what they're saying. I don't know much about it besides that, and I've never read a Taylor Jenkins Reid, so this will be my first one, which I think is fitting. And I'd be interested to know if I like her reading or her writing. I'm going to go on to read more of her catalog because I haven't read it yet. So, Daisy Jones and the Six. Okay, last book that I have that I want to be reading soon. Again, you're going to be like, really, Katie? Like, you haven't read that, A, and B, yeah, you and every other bitch wants to read that book. Like, you're not unique or quirky or cool, which I know. That's kind of what the vibe of this TBR is. Normal People by Sally Rooney. I've never read Normal People, and I've never read Sally Rooney. The thing I'm most afraid of is that Sally Rooney does not use quotation marks around her dialogue. And that's scary to me. I guess this is a series on Hulu. I didn't even know that. But I have just been hearing a lot about her books, and specifically the book Leo on YouTube was talking about how she loved, I think it's Conversations with Friends was one of her favorite books. And I really trust her and her judgment, and I like the kind of stuff that she likes to read. So it made me be like, I need to give Sally Rooney a shot. And this was the smallest and most approachable book, in my opinion. And when I was reading reviews, it sounded like the one that I would probably get along with the best. Wasn't really a risk, so that makes me excited. And I think that I could do this. It has a really small little synopsis on the back, so I'm just going to read it to you because this is probably the book I know the least about, because for a long time I thought, I'm just not going to read Sally Rooney. I just don't like Sally Rooney. I'm not like everybody else. But we're going to figure out if that's actually true or not now. So here's the little... Actually, let's get a sip of coffee first. I did just spit coffee all over myself. So, don't know why I did that. All right. Connell and Marianne grew up in a small town, but the similarities end there. in the same small town. Sorry, I can't read, I guess. At school, Connell was popular and well-liked, while Marianne was a loner. But when the two strike up conversation, awkward but electrifying, something life-changing happens. Normal People is the story of mutual fascination, friendship, and love. It takes us from the very first conversation to years beyond it in the company of two people who try to stay apart but find they just can't, which I think is very sweet. And I have friends in my life that come from very different, like, backgrounds like that I've known forever, and I just think it's going to be very reminiscent of my life and probably relatable. I don't know, I'm very excited. And I know I said that was the last book, but I actually want to talk about one more book, so one moment. Okay, last book. It's autumn, if you didn't know, and I want to read some autumn books after all these, or like during all these, who knows. Again, I'm a mood reader, so who knows what I'll do. I would really like to read The X-Hex. I don't know if you guys know, I don't know a ton about it, but it just sounds fun. And Destiny Sidwell said that it was really fall vibes, so I want to read it. And the other book that's super fall vibes, Something You Should Know About Me is my favorite books of all time. Like, I'm just chasing this high forever, like this high that I had when I was reading these books. Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, my all-time favorite books, okay, by Leigh Bardugo. And she wrote Ninth House, which Ninth House is becoming a series on Hulu, I believe, or Amazon. I think it's Amazon, actually. And I started reading it, I don't even know when I started reading this, a couple months back, and it was very, very fall vibes, like more than I was really ready to get into, and I wasn't aware. And I was like, I literally stopped reading it at page, what is this, 82, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna save this for Halloween. Like, it's very fall vibes. I loved it so far. One of my favorite fantasy YouTubers, Daniel Green, was talking about how this is his favorite book by her ever. He didn't like Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, but loved this. I think Stephen King blurbed this. Brilliant, impossible to put down. Obviously, we're going to read it. It's very strange. It's about a girl who basically gets this deal to get out of a legal trouble. I don't know if it's like I don't know if she's going to jail. We still don't really know, but something bad happens to her, and to get out of it, they tell her that she can go to Yale and investigate or be a part of secret societies, which Leigh Bardugo went to Yale. So this is like super accurate, not of the actual secret societies that are in Yale, but like super accurate about Yale, right? So our main character, Alex, goes there, and she becomes like a trainee of someone who works in secret societies. These secret societies are really like nuts. Like, this might be spoilery, I'm sorry if it is, but like basically they do these really crazy rituals and stuff to figure out like what the stock market is going to do. And then if you were part of this secret society, you get the answers from these rituals of what the stock market's going to do, so you can invest your money correctly and keep making money. Like, keeps the rich rich, if you know what I'm saying, which is so freaking interesting. That's not where I expected this to go. And there's like ghosts and just fucking occult shit. I don't know. So interesting. And Alex is just like, was not supposed to go to an Ivy League school. Pretty sure it says she was like a drug addict or something in the beginning of this, just like was going through life, like going through it, you know? So complete opposite of what she's doing now. And it's super, super cool. So I'm really excited to pick this up as well. Again, pick it up again, because it was super fall vibes and I already loved it. I just wasn't, again, mood reader. Wasn't in the mood at the time. So that is what I plan on reading next. There is no time limit because we don't like doing that because it stresses us out. But that's my TBR for the future of who knows how long. But that's it, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, comment. Tell me what you're reading recently. Tell me your opinions of the books I talked about today, if you like them. If you also subscribe to the idea that Daisy Jones and the Six was inspiration for Midnights by Taylor Swift, because I really think it was. I really do. Okay, that's it, you guys. I will see you in the next one. I love you so much. Bye.